Welcome to this very exciting top 10 system build-up. In previous clips and videos you've seen me emphasize exercises, stretches, warm-ups, good food intake, plenty of water, all to get your body fitter, healthier, helping you reduce your injury, reduce your fatigue, to enhance your energy on the golf course, to sustain it through a golf round. And I've touched on some gadgets and apps, which I'll come back to in much more detail in due course. Now I want to take you to the next level of the top 10 system. And this is really to think about feels. So I'm going to give you the top 10 feels. Yeah, what you should feel. And I'm going to focus on all golfers, but in particular also senior golfers, because one of the challenges we have as senior golfers is the lack of flexibility compared to when we were younger, the lack of agility relatively younger, more aches and pains, not all parts of the body always moving as well, or perhaps we even have a slightly bad back, or hips hurt a little bit. So I'm going to try to ensure that these are simple and easy to follow feels, help you improve your golf swing, improve your performance, reduce your handicap and score, enjoy it much more, reduce risk of injury. All of these are dimensions in all of this, but really to help you create that easy golf swing. So without further ado, let's start. And I'm going to start with something I did in one of the exercises, and that I call the dance. Yeah, the dance. And I'm going to combine that with something that you might have remember from the 60s called twist. You know, the twist dance, twist, dance, shout. So that's the twist. And I'm going to do, you start with the golf turn, so shifting your weight, back foot, front foot, without too much sway, so you're not doing this, you're twisting. Mimicking the good golf swing. Beginning to loosen up too. So think of that as one of your key movements. If you combine that, so that's the feel I want you to have. If you combine that with one of the other exercises I showed you, which is the one hand swing for easy flow, think about your arms really doing the work, but the body does turn with it. Right? Let the weight of the club tell the body where to go. Right? So the feel is that easy dance with that easy flow. That's the key feel. Very important start. So let's get to the others, because really excited to get to show you all 10 and how they make up a full swing. First part of the 10 swing system. So the second feel. I'm going to assume that you have your grip set up properly. And in another video I will, with some tips and drills, cover the grip and club position. But your first key place to go wrong is really here. As you do that first parallel move back, that's the first place it can go wrong. Now, we know we want the club to be slightly closed at that point, or slightly facing down, not too much like this, and certainly not open. So think about your backhand. In my case, I'm left-handed, so the left hand is going to say hello to somebody. Hello, how are you? But I'm going to do it as my swing. Hello, hello, hello. And then take the other hand with the club and meet and greet. Hello, meet and greet. Now you see the club face? It's in the right position. Hello, hello, hello. So try to get that into your muscle memory. So that's a key important feel to the start of your backswing. Okay, let's move on then to the third feel. And that's going to be the same point, but what's really helping you do a little bit of that body turn with your arm swing. Think of the feel as the back of your shoulders. So the back of your shoulders is going to be the lead, right? So that helps you into the twist and it helps you get to the right point. Initially we'll just do it to here and then I'll do it further. So my back shoulder starts the turn. My back shoulder starts the turn. My back shoulder starts the turn. If I went all the way through, my back should be facing the target. Right? But it's my shoulder that's pulling me back. So I'm thinking about my arms going and the shoulder pulling me back. Remember that twist, that handshake, and then the shoulder turn. I'll come back to the top position in a moment. So think of that as a really good couple of feels. Your twist, weight movement, hello, twist, hello, twist, hello, just hello, shoulder pulling you back. Now let's build on that and go to the top of the backswing. So the top of the backswing, you want to be in a position like this so that you can come down shallow. And I'll come back to the downswing in a moment. Now imagine, I'm just going to take a little pouch. I'm holding a plate up here. So having shoulder pulled back, I'm holding a plate. Now if I take my hand to that, I start to get, with the wrist cock after that, I start to get in the right position, right? So I'm holding the plate and my arms match. I'm holding the plate, my shoulder pulls back. So think about holding the plate. Now I want you to combine that with a feel of your other wrist, so your lead wrist. You want your lead wrist to be facing the target on the way down. So think of, to get the club head position right, go back there and roll this wrist a little bit. The wrist, not the club, the wrist. Roll, and that'll help you come into also a more shallow angle. It's one of the important feels that I find. So I go there, hold the book, twist before I move weight, and then come down. And then come down, okay? So, what are we going to look at next? You've got the twist for the weight. You've got that easy swing to go with it. You've got the arms beginning to play a lead, but it's your shoulder that's pulling you back. And you stop at hello. You stop at hello. You go to the top of your backswing and you're holding a plate, you're rolling your wrist. Now you're ready. So you've got your correct setup. You've got hello. You've got shoulder moving back, your wrist turning around. You're ready now to fire on all cylinders as you move weight to the front foot. That will be your cue to begin your arm movements down and let your body go with it so it opens up. Right. Now, on the downswing, how do you get that more right? What feel? I find what has been most helpful for me is as I'm there, I'm thinking about this elbow being my back elbow, in my case, my left elbow, and for right-handers it'd be right elbow, staying closer to the body on the way down. So not out here, not so far back that it's an awkward thing, but into around the body. And then the second thing is, as I come down, this elbow, my back elbow, is inside my front elbow. So I'm coming more shallow, right? So as I come down, I think about this, my back elbow being close, and my back elbow being inside my front elbow at impact. My left elbow is inside my front elbow as I come down, and it gives me that shallow angle of attack. So twist for weight shift, shoulder leading you back, easy swing, say hello, hold it at the top, wrist, slight wrist roll as I shift my weight, keep my back elbow in and through, in and through. Building blocks. And I'll wrap this all up at the end. So let's go to the next building block. You've had the twist and the easy flow swing. You've had hello. You've had the shoulder leading you back. You've had hold of the plate with the roll, the slight roll of the wrist. You've had elbow, back elbow in and behind the front elbow on him as you come through and in on impact. So you're ready to strike it well. Now the question then is, where do you end up? So you want to make sure that you are hitting this ball very well. So I have two feels for you. So this is one really to help you, not only with the right swing, but also help you improve your power. If you had a baseball bat in your hand and you would hit something, hit a baseball swing right across here, that's the feeling you want as you come through, right? Of course, you just tilt down and you are in your swing. So your baseball swing, right? Keeping your arms straight, hitting them out of the park, and now you're just changing the angle. A baseball swing. Very helpful. Now, combine that with essentially a second feel, which is, think of it as this is a hammer, and you have a nail. The ball is the nail. You want to bang, not down into the ball, but on the side of the ball. That's your nail. So you are going at the ball, at the ball. Of course, in the case of a driver, the ball is teed up, so you are at the ball. In the case of an iron, it's down at the ball before the ground. Down at the ball before the ground. When I come to the tips, I'll be adding tips to this whole set of feels, which will begin to make even more sense to you. So, baseball swing, and hammer and nail after you've hit the ball. In the case of the iron, I think perhaps a little less, and in the case of the driver, even more, because you're hitting up on the driver. You're hitting down on the iron, so perhaps 35 or whatever, but you really want to think when you've hit that impact, you want to be in that position as you follow through. Okay, so just before the follow through. So in the case of a driver, it would be more 45. In the case of an iron, maybe slightly less. So straight line. In the finish position, let's go to the finish position. The finish position is really about the top as you finish. You want to be in this position. So you want to be facing the target, not facing there and not facing there. Actually, I tend to do that sometimes, so I have to remember this even more. And then you don't want to be swaying too much. So one way to think about it, and that's the second, this is important feel, is think of a wall. There's a wall down here. So there's a wall here. And there's even a wall back here, if you like. And that, if you bring your iron head down along the wall, that would be the right swing too. So think of a back wall and think of a front wall. So the front wall is not letting me go beyond this. In fact, what you want to be doing is as you extend, you also come back slightly. So your head may sway a little bit forward, but as you come back, it's back in that straight position, the point of impact. Right, so you are going through and, in a sense, leaning back, even slightly behind. It's important to do these as repetitions, repetitions, repetitions. Build those 10 feels. You'll significantly improve your golf game. Let's do it.